I find your lack of coffee disturbing. But there's coffee in here, bro.
So you may remember from our last video, Ruben saying this.
Hey, I'm taking over. John is useless. We have a new position open at Artisan, taking over my position because I'm taking John's.
So I thought I'd put his money where his mouth was. I've said that last bit again.
What did he say?
Yeah. So I thought we'd see if he's actually up for the challenge. So today we're going to swap roles. But if he's going to be taking over my part, I'm going to be a typical apprentice for the day. I think my hood's got to be up the whole time today. Let's see how Ruben gets on.
Sit forward.
Jeez.
So today we're running the cable up from the board and along the top following the conduit and then back down through the wall, and this is where the charge is going. So I'm going to start getting this cable in if you want to start mounting the charger.
What? Sorry?
Start mounting the charger, yeah? Might want to get the cable off the van.
Like any apprentice, it takes a while to get them going.
Don't work too hard, mate.
Oh, that's heavy.
This was the first big job I did for Artisan. I replaced his fuse board and installed these extra sockets.
Mate.
Oh, so heavy.
Might need this later.
What if you're in charge?
That tool breaker is sticking out like a sore thumb. Unfortunately, that's all the wholesaler had, but we do change it out today. Let's see what the boss wants me to do.
The knockouts on a fuse box board is, I think it's just these 232s here, and then it's all 20s. So we're just going to use this one and then just go straight up and then across.
Yeah, again, we still haven't got a appropriate stand for our level.
What height is it?
Is there any metal here? That would be ideal.
That would be sick.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah. Yeah, no. What about if we stack stuff up there and do a line across?
Yeah.
You're supposed to make the suggestions today, not me. Wait, I've got to stay in character and keep the hood up.
At this point, I've asked John to mount the charger about 3 times and he hasn't done it, so I decided to give him a hand.
When it's here, you ain't gonna get no newspapers.
Oh, yeah.
After much deliberation, we asked the customer, and he said he's going to move this post box for us after we mount the charger.
That's to get into the garage itself.
Okay, well, that's right there, which is perfect.
We'll have to aim it a bit of an angle. Yeah.
So today we're installing an untethered zappy. You've seen us do this about 1,000 times, but it's our favourite one to do.
So it comes out literally right in that corner. So we just
drill out to in.
Drill, baby, drill. Yeah, we go out in.
Yeah.
But we're just ever so slightly that way.
Right, okay. So I've got the laser set up in line with the middle of the knockout, and then I'm just going off the saddles, and then I'm going to measure that distance that when I get to the top it's an equal distance between it the whole way around, and it should look quite nice. So I eyed up the height of this laser and decided, yeah, nah, that's about 4 orange juices and a pack of lasagna sheets.
Do you want something ever so slightly thinner? Or?
Yeah, ever so slightly. Same.
Oh, cranberry's the same as lasagna.
Yeah.
There's a sentence I never thought I'd say.
What about John West tuna? Was that the same?
That's what I tried, but...
Put it on its side, the top one.
Yeah. Oh, is that going to be too high? Oh! So as you saw, there was a slight miscalculation, and it was actually 3 orange juices, 1 on its side, and a shopping bag. Yeah, Roy.
You've seen this a million times before, so we won't bore you. We're just going to clip this cable round to the charger.
So today we're using D-line clips. They do come with a little 5mm drill and accessories like screws to put into the wall, but we find raw plugs give you a much better fixing.
How is this charger still not mounted? Is he playing tic-tac-toe around the corner or something?
What do you want me to do?
Could you mount the charger, please? Finally, the charger's going on the wall, so I'm just terminating this cable this side. My charger's still not on the wall.
EV charge points must now include an anti-tamper device. This device records any attempts to remove the front cover. It's as simple as plugging it in here.
So you'd think you wouldn't have to tell an apprentice not to eat these, but you never know, do you? It's like a packet of crisps.
Hey, don't eat those. Okay, so the knockout that I want is here, but when I knock it out, I don't want it to fall in and, you know, create some magic in the board. So I'm just gonna get John to hold his hand under it, basically, without shocking himself either.
Disclaimer, please don't put your hands inside a live board. Nailed it.
Oh, it still fell down the back. Oh. This is why I don't like these untethered ones, because, I mean, just having this sort of loitering around while you're trying to fix it, you're mounting it to a scratchy wall. So the only way you can lean it is against a scratchy wall. What you like, and this is delicate, you don't want that getting hit. It's just a bit of a faff, really.
Okay, I'm just gonna feed that through to you now.
Okay, mate.
Is that through? Where is he?
Chris Max.
So the cable's a little bit too chunky and fiddly to fit through just on its own. So we just stripped down part of the end so that we can get that first bit through, and then hopefully once it's through, John can start pulling on these bits.
So we put this stuffing gland on backwards, just so we can get a nice tight seal. See, I've had some upgrades to Terry. You may have noticed these extra rhino tubes. They've been taken off of the transporter for a special video that's coming out soon. Not that I advise doing this, these are cut level 3. So if you do slip, it will not cut you. You do get stronger gloves than this, but I mean, this is a brand new Stanley blade. If I'd done that and slipped, so apprentices out there, make sure you wear your PPE.
Do you mind going inside and making the tea?
Yeah, sure. Just a kettle. This will do. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. That'll do.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask the customer if it's all right to turn the power off. Oh, cheers. Cheers, mate. The hell is that?
What's the tea?
Without the tea bag?
No.
Or milk?
No, I poured it in.
Did you sugar it?
There's no sugar.
Oh, you know that.
Sorry, mate.
Oh, that is disgusting.
I didn't think you were going to go for the sip. It took me off guard.
Oh, that is awful. The bits are still in my mouth. Oh, where's my water? Oh. As I was saying, I got to connect this into our new breaker that's going in. I'm also going to replace this one. Just going to check with the customer if it's all right to turn it off.
So while Ruben's doing that, I'm going to be connecting up this charger. So Zappies have replaced their screw terminals with push fit terminals, making the installation even easier.
So I went for the My Energy Libby training, and one of the things the guy said, some people have actually been putting the cable into this little hole here, and a few of the Zappies have burnt out. How on earth did they get that wrong? It doesn't make sense.
So I've now changed the tall RCBO down to a smaller one, dressed in the cables just how John did. So I'm going to do the same with the new EV cable and the same with the fly leads too.
All the testing has been completed now, so I'm going to secure this cover.
So I'm just prepping these lights for upstairs. I just want to give a quick shout out to Trader 5 for sponsoring this video. There's a link in the description for 50% off for 3 months.
Just putting the buzz bar in now. Cameraman didn't catch it, but I did talk it up afterwards.
So that's the car charger complete, all the covers back on. Let's move on to the downlights.
How small that cabinet is. This is a cabinet for ants. What are you going to put in it? Got itchy armpit, hang on. Oh, the Nathan's definitely going to put that in me doing some chicken dance.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
So we're not going to show you how to do downlights again since we've shown you about 1,000,000 times, but there'll be a link in the description if you want to check it out.
As it's Apprentice Week, here's a couple of apprentice stories.
Just want to say a disclaimer as well. Ruben's an amazing apprentice. I know there's a few stereotypes out there, but there's loads of them that work incredibly hard for the opportunity they've got. It was a different time when I was an apprentice. Some of the electricians were quite mean. I got put into a cherry picker. They thought it would be hilarious to take over the ground controls and then put me up as high as it would go and then start swinging me around, trying to throw me out of it. I also was working in a school. They found a perfume, the two electricians I was working with, Martin and Neil. It smelled like an old lady, I'm gonna be honest. And they sprayed me with it. And I said, oh, I'm gonna smell like another woman. Can you not do that? My missus is gonna get upset. So all day long, they kept spraying me with it. And then I walked into a classroom and I just heard the door creak and shut behind me. They grabbed me, pinned me down and emptied the whole bottle of perfume over me. I stunk for days. I could not get it off me. But Ruben's not had any of that out for me so far.
Let us know your best apprentice story in the comments below.
John, do you want to start putting those tools back in the van?
Why can't you do him soft? Yeah, sure.
Good lad.
Yeah, I couldn't actually leave the van like that, so I'm actually quite upset. Oh, poor Henry. My poor guy. You're alright.